Good evening and welcome along to Friday night's darting action at the Online Darts Live League, where we have the likes of Martin Adams and James Richardson, two men who have both hit 2-9 darters here at the Live League in action, looking to move to finals night tomorrow, 10 p.m. Tomorrow night, finals night. We already have half of the lineup for that. And we're going to have a quick look now at how the players that are already there got there. Starting with Group A, which took place on Monday through until Wednesday. And as you can see there, the winner by some distance was Jose Justicia, the Spanish star, made his debut at the Live League, and he made his debut in style. Absolutely sublime run from him, losing just 2 of his 15 matches, finishing above Martin Adams and Scott Williams, who you will see in action this evening. Martin Heenahan, Robert Owen and Robert Thornton, well, they moved into Group C and had their second chance to try and make it through to finals night. 2 players progressing from Group C to join Jose Justicia, and it was Robert Owen who managed to top the table. He played Andy Jenkins in a straight shootout for the last available place after Graham Usher had already qualified, and Owen beat Andy Jenkins 4-0 to book his spot at finals night tomorrow at the expense of Rocky. Robert Thornton, the reigning Live League champion, bowing out, and Jamie Durrant on debut acquitted himself well, picked up 3 victories. Martin Heenahan could only manage 2 in Group C. So it is Owen, Usher and Justicia that have booked their places at finals night already, and tonight we're going to see who will join them. Here is how the table looks after the first evening of action. And Jim McEwan won all 4 of his matches. A fabulous run from the Scotsman Chucky. Beat James Richardson in the last match of the night to deny Richardson a perfect record. But look at the leg difference there, plus 10 for Jim McEwan, and nobody else on a positive leg difference. Everybody else, though, in contention still. Remember, 3 places up for grabs from this group. McEwan looks as good as through, and will be if he wins the first match of the evening against James Richardson. Scott Williams, Paul Hogan and Martin Adams all managed 1 victory apiece last night. So this evening, coming up, we have got James Richardson against Jim McEwan. As I mentioned, a win there would be enough for McEwan to qualify. James Richardson still in a good spot, whether he wins or not, but it's looking very much like he and McEwan will go through. Martin Adams then plays Paul Hogan in a crucial match. Everybody playing each other once this evening, right down to Richardson against Adams in the final match of the night. Those men who have both hit 2-9 darters. And we will have the final 3 places at finals night filled by the end of this evening's action. So McEwan against Richardson is the first match, the top 2 in the table, and it's going to get underway in just a few moments' time. And there is James Richardson completing his practice darts, the man from Rushden. Famously beat Raymond van Barneveld at the World Championship. Refereed by the man who's just entering the studio now, Mr. Paul Hinks. You may see him trot across the hockey in a moment. Richardson, it was 10 years ago since he beat Barney at the Ali Pally. We were just talking actually with the production team backstage about that tournament. Won in the end by Adrian Lewis, who produced a very good performance at the Players' Championship finals this afternoon. Hit a 9 darter in the World Final, Adrian Lewis. And Michael van Gerwen, who's on the stage at Minehead this evening, trying to defend his Players' Championship title, was actually beaten in the World Youth Final by Live League player Aaron Monk. You can cast your minds back a decade. Jim McEwan won all his games yesterday. The last one was a victory against James Richardson. Since got on to reach the last 16 of the World Championships. McEwan, 54 years of age, Scottish international in his career. Also had a 9 darter on the Pro Tour earlier this year.
First leg is James to throw first. Game on.
Richardson has the darts. was beaten 4-1 by McEwan last night. All three of his wins, James
81.
Richardson's, were in last leg deciders. And it could have been a very different kind of evening for the man nicknamed Vindaloo. Famously walked out to that
41.
at the Ali Pali. Sorry, his walk-on song is Vindaloo. His nickname, of course, is Ruthless. But Vindaloos are ruthless in a way, aren't they? So I'm half right. Scrabbling here.
55.
Did see some spicy stuff from Richardson. He hit the highest checkout of the week last night in his first match, in fact, 164. He managed to produce 9 180s, the same amount as his opponent in this match, Jim McEwan.
134.
Oh, they both hit almost twice as many as the next nearest, Paul Hogan, who got 5. Martin Adams, who hit a 9-darter on Monday at the Live League, didn't manage any 180s yesterday. Can you believe that? But by the way, what a game Darts is when you consider that in the same week this week, we've seen 65-year-old Martin Adams produce a perfect 9-dart leg, the darting holy grail, equivalent to, say, a 147 in snooker or a hole-in-one in golf. And on the very same week
59.
as the 65-year-old seasoned veteran of this sport, we had a 14-year-old hit a 9-darter at a Junior Darts Corporation tournament in Luke Littler. Quite remarkable. What a game. It's everybody's game.
94.
Well, this first leg is looking like being James Richardson's game. He's teed up tops after 15. McEwan was hardly pushed last evening. Beat Adams 4-1. Beat Hogan 4-2.
140.
Beat Williams 4-2 and then Richardson 4-1. So this would be uncharted territory, finding himself behind. Double 10. That's
30.
Inside, so 10 when he
130.
returns. Well, there'll be no pickpocket act here.
$94. James, you require 10.
Deciding to split.
6.
But he hasn't hit,
Jim,
and he's
you
really
require
gifted
56.
this leg to Jim McEwan.
Game shot on the first
And everybody
leg.
is just
Jim McEwan.
falling at the feet of Chucky so far in Group B. James Richardson should have had that leg wrapped up, but he handed it gift-wrapped to his opponent.
Second leg, Jim to throw first. Game on.
Every match so far for McEwan, like an advent calendar window. Opens it and gifts appear inside. Sweet success so far.
78. $81. $96. $100.
Did produce some excellent performances, by the way, yesterday, Jim McEwan.
60.
Joking that his opponents kind of let him off, but he did deserve everything he got last night. Averaged 104.7 in his victory against Hogan, 101.5 in his victory against Williams,
60.
and 104.3 in his win against his opponent here, James Richardson. Actually averaged for the whole evening
60.
right up at 97.63. And managed to take out 55% of his double attempts as well, including a blockbuster 160, one of 3 ton plus checkouts
60.
that he had.
$96. $140. Jimmy Rukar, 111.
Great darts. Double top.
Game
He's
shown
rock
the
solid,
second
isn't he,
leg.
Jim McEwan?
Jim McEwan.
Chucky certainly can chuck. Fabulous finish there from the Scotsman to double his lead in this match.
Third leg, James to throw first. Game on. $60. $100.
Paul Hinks just double checking.
180.
And then we hear the sweet sound of the Paul Hinks 180. For the first time this evening, takes James's tally of maximums in Group B to 10. Confirmation, by the way, that Michael van Gerwen has won his opening match in his Players' Championship Finals title defence. He's beaten Kevin DARTS
57.
6-3. And will take on tomorrow afternoon the 5-time world champion, his great Dutch rival Raymond van Barneveld.
140.
So I'll be watching that myself before coming here to talk you through the action at finals night, 10 p.m. on Saturday.
124.
Somebody will win £2,000 tomorrow night. 3 players will progress to Champions Week. 3 players will progress to finals night from this group. Jim McEwan will seal his spot with a win here.
92. James Rukar, 126.
Richardson out to stop him. Needs the ball.
101. Jim Rukar, 32.
Scraped the ring. Did Richardson. But the steely Scotsman lands
McEwan.
double 16 to extend his lead in this match to 3 legs. He's now 1 away from another win. It would be 5 on the spin for McEwan and a victory that would book his place at finals night.
Fourth leg, Jim to throw first. Game on. $140. 60.
That first dart so often is finding its way into the treble.
180.
It was perfectly pitched by Jim McEwan there, able to follow it to land his first max of the night and his 10th
60.
of the group.
With
3,220 matches at the Live League. And a handful of players have managed to go out
81. Jim Mcewen
with
41.
perfect checkout success rates, and Jim McEwan is looking to add his name to that list here. Hasn't missed a dart at double in the entire match until now.
21.
But if you are going to miss, Jim, miss when your opponent's on 300. Miss when he's on 200 if you like.
No score.
Well, he does. And after all the purple pros I lavished on him and his finishing prowess, that was 100% from Jim McEwan.
45.
He's
Jim
now
Mcewen
managed
20.
to miss more than he's hit in this match.
No score.
It's becoming
James
laughable.
155.
He won't be laughing if James Richardson fires in a 155. Not to be.
65. Jim Mcewen 20.
Right, don't miss now, Jim. Can't afford to. And does
Game
not.
shot on the match. Jim McEwan.
Jim McEwan just toying with James Richardson at the end of that match, like a cat with a ball. He wins 4-0, makes it 5 from 5 in Group B, and books his place at finals night tomorrow. Another dominant display from McEwan. James Richardson never recovered from missing all those darts at double in the first leg in this match, and Jim McEwan simply put him to the sword. We will be back in just a moment with the second match of the evening as Paul Hogan, Crocodile Dundee, takes on Wolfie, Martin Adams. Welcome back to the action here on Friday night at the Online Darts Live League, where we have just seen Jim McEwan make child's play of James Richardson. Chucky getting the 4-0 victory that secured his spots at finals night with 3 games to spare. Now then, Martin Adams and Paul Hogan both won just 1 match yesterday evening, along with Scott Williams. It seems as if those 3 are jostling for the 3rd and final place, with James Richardson
Martin to throw
on
first.
6 points in second.
Game on.
Adams' victory yesterday did come against
55.
Paul Hogan. The fluorescent Paul Hogan that we see this evening.
26.
Quite literally a blinding shirt. Will he produce a blinding performance? Blinding performance from Willie O'Connor in the Players' Championship finals. Beat
121.
Chris Dobie in a last leg decider, despite 10 180s from Hollywood in that one. Speaking of which,
140.
Crocodile Dundee lets us down. A bit like the film, really. Wolfie won't let us down.
140.
Because we wanted him to hit a 140. Martin Adams never lets anybody down, and he produced perfection once again this week at the
60.
tender age of 65. As I was saying in the previous match, a 65-year-old hitting a 9-darter on the same week as a 14-year-old produced one, Luke Littler, in the JDC event.
145.
Great week for darts. Great week for women's darts as well. We've also seen, and I'm probably going to pronounce it wrong, but Aurora Fortusato
Game shot on the first leg.
reaching
Martin
the semi-finals of the JDC World Championship. Female player following in the footsteps of Fallon Sherrock, but in this one it's Martin Adams who takes the first leg as he looks to make it 2 wins from 2.
Game on.
Against Paul Hogan.
60.
If you did miss that 9-darter on Monday
60.
from Adams, it is available to watch back on the Online Darts YouTube channel. The 6th perfect leg that we've had at the live league. 2 from Adams, 2 from Richardson, 1 from Colin Osborne, the other from Richie Burnett.
$140. $28.
And it's time for Friday night's live league Tungsten Trivia. We're talking about 9-darter, so I'll give you a question on that. Tweet in, the rules are simple. No Googling.
140.
At Darts Live League on Twitter, or contact me at Chris Murphy 180. And the question for Tungsten Trivia this evening is, Luke Woodhouse famously hits a 9-dart finish at the PDC home tour in his kitchen. But who did he hit it against? Who did Luke Woodhouse hit a 9-darter against at the home tour? And I will reveal the answer
97.
during the next match. Nobody got the answer right to last night's question. The last player to hit a 9-darter at the World
100.
Championship at Ali Pali. It was
Martin
James Wade. It was only
64.
last year. Wake up, folks. Martin Adams has certainly woken up in this one. Wolfie hunting down double 16.
48. Paul, you require 88.
18. Bullseye.
63. Martin, you require 16.
We've got a crocodile, a wolf, and a bull. And the bull beats the crocodile. And it
Game
looks
shown
like
the
Wolfie
second leg.
is going to win this
Martin
match. He's
Adams.
halfway there already. 8-8, seeing Martin Adams double his lead against Paul Hogan. A man who just can't seem to get the better of Adams. 2-0.
Third leg, Martin to throw first. Game on.
If we're going to do the
97.
The animal-based nickname thing, what are we going to call Paul Hinks, our referee? The hippo? Hippo Hinks? Nobody tell him that.
100.
The happy hippo Hinks. It's wonderful Wolfie so far.
58.
Making light work of Paul Hogan. And a victory here would put him in pole position to seal a spot at finals night. Remember, 3 players
45.
do it from this group. Joining Jose Justicia, Graham Usher and Robert Owen.
$140. 95.
Martin Adams, another player to hit a 9-darter at home, isn't he?
83.
In the first edition of the Modus Online League. Against James Hubbard, you may recall, last year.
140. Martin Yukar, 123.
Well, it's been easy for Martin Adams so far this match. Can he make it look as easy as 1, 2, 3? Treble 18 to get a dart at the bull. And it's in the ball.
The third leg.
And it's 3-0 to Martin Adams, who takes out an outstanding 1-2-3 finish. 19-54 and the bullseye to extend his lead.
Paul to throw first. Game on.
Over Paul Hogan to 3-0.
$100. $180.
Well, it's taken a while, Martin. Didn't hit a 180 in the entirety of last evening, but now he hits one at the start of what he hopes will be the last leg
100.
of his first match of tonight. He's out to make sure it's the last leg. 5 perfect darts. 6 perfect darts from Martin Adams. Hit a 9-darter on Monday. And here, he's looking to bookend his week with perfect legs. It's on. Oh, so close. Martin Adams, what an attempt from
89.
Adams. 7 perfect darts into the 9. Martin Adams, that would have been something almost supernatural. The Wolf has come out to play this evening. It is a staggering showing from Martin Adams, this. For a dozen dart leg to seal the deal.
20. $78. Martin requires 32.
Highest average we've seen from Martin Adams at the live league so far is 109.09. He got that on Monday this week. He's going to be somewhere near it here.
Martin Adams.
It's a second whitewash win of the evening as Wolfie whitewashes Paul Hogan, winning 4-0. Well, the average has dropped somewhat towards the end there. I thought he was pretty close to what he had earlier on in the week, but it's 102. He would have been up there had he produced that 9-darter, that's for sure. 7 perfect darts in the last leg from Martin Adams. A 1-2-3 finish in the penultimate leg, and a whitewash win for Wolfie to really begin his bid for a place at finals night. After a disappointing evening yesterday, he moves into the provisional spots. We are going to take a little break now. We'll be back in around 8 minutes with the third match of this evening's session, when Jim McEwan takes on Scott Williams. Welcome back. The action continues this Friday evening at the Online Darts Live League. I'm Chris Murphy talking you through it. Jim McEwan has already booked his place at finals night with a whitewash win in his opening match. Jim McEwan beating James Richardson 4-0, and Martin Adams followed up in the same vein. Wolfie defeating Paul Hogan by the same 4-0 margin. So 54-year-old McEwan from Maybole in Scotland will join Jose Justicia, Robert Owen and Graham Usher at finals night. Two more players from this group will join them. Will it be Scott Williams, the 31-year-old from Lincolnshire, along with Richardson perhaps, and Adams in contention as well? Paul Hogan facing an uphill task after losing so heavily in his opening match.
Looks like it's Jim to throw first. Game on.
Paul Hinks calls game on as only he can. Remarkable quirk of fate last evening. The final dart of the night went in at exactly
131.
127. Those of you who are aware of the now infamous unorthodox 127 and game call by Mr. Hinks will know the significance of that. If not, look it up on YouTube.
45.
Famous call at the World Match Play. Up at the seaside in Blackpool.
44.
And life's a beach right now for Jim McEwan, who is just cruising through to finals night. Won all 4 games yesterday. He's open with a whitewash win this evening. Can Williams stop McEwan's march?
134. 180.
Maybe he can.
$92.
Fifth maximum of the group stage for Scott Williams. McEwan leaves the big one.
95. Jim Yukar 170.
He's not going to take it out. It was
58.
4-2 to McEwan with the pair met last night, a 101.55 average. That's a bit of a mistake. Double 9.
42. Jim
Once again, a
Yukar
player
112.
against Jim McEwan has come bearing gifts. Can still be done, Jim. Well, you meant to get the treble 19 and then the ball, not try and hit them both at the same time. Seemed to be equidistant between the two targets, that one.
Shot on the first
And it
leg.
allows Scott Williams the opportunity to come back and take the leg. It's a breaker throw for Williams in the opening leg of this one. Is Jim McEwan taking his foot off the gas now he's already through? Williams may take advantage if he is.
Scott to throw first. Game on. $93.
It must be difficult to keep focus, keep the same level of intensity once you're already through. But on the flip side, you can completely relax, and sometimes that results in
81.
the best darts possible. It seems so far that Jim McEwan prefers to thrive under pressure.
95.
Wasn't up at the standard that he produced last night in that 4-0 win against James Richardson, but Nor was Richardson, who won 3 out of his 4 games. He's back next against Paul Hogan, both looking for their first legs of the evening.
43.
Martin Adams in that match against Paul Hogan, if you are just joining us, threatened to produce another 9-darter, having hit one on Monday. Adams
100.
landed 7 perfect darts in the last leg of that match, following a 1-2-3 checkout in the previous leg. So a spell.
100.
10 perfect darts for Martin Adams.
$59.
It's going Williams' way so far, but here comes McEwan.
180. Scott Uqua 154.
Gets the 18s out of the way first. Look at this, double top.
134.
Well, the 180 from McEwan didn't seem to phase Williams, but it does give him an opportunity. Not an opportunity
57.
he's been
Scott
able to
Uqua
take.
20. No score.
Oh, but
Jim
Williams
Uqua 40.
wayward when looking for double 10. And Jim McEwan locates tops to cancel out that early breaker throw from Williams. It's looking like he might get away from McEwan there, but he's been reeled back in, and McEwan effectively has charge of the match.
Third leg, Jim to throw first. Game on. $137. 100. $59. 134.
News just coming through that Peter Wright has defeated Keane Barry at the Players' Championship Finals, the world number 2 going through, as did the world number 1 Gerwyn Price, although he was put under pressure by Jason Lowe, and the world number 3 Michael van Gerwen. Van Gerwen playing Raymond van Barneveld. Tomorrow, Peter Wright playing Adrian Lewis.
140.
Stunning lineup. The Players' Championship Finals, and we will have a 6-man star-studded lineup here at the Live League for Finals night tomorrow. Jim McEwan will be part of it. Will Scott Williams.
94.
The 127 in game shot would help him. Bullseye.
102. Jim Uqua 74.
Can Jim McEwan carry on this winning run? Make it a perfect
game shot on the
record
third leg.
in Group B.
Jim McEwan.
Well, he's 2 legs away from doing so. He won all 4 matches yesterday. He's won all 4 legs in his first match tonight, and he's 2-1 up against Scott Williams in Game 2.
Both legs, Scott to throw first. Game on.
Paul Hogan against James Richardson coming up next. Neither man managed to win a leg
42.
in their opening matches.
83. 96. 58. 140. 100. 81. 100. Scott, you require 142. 118.
Chucky chucked in
Jim, you require
this checkout
160.
last night. Just telling you. Williams wants double 12 to
100.
tie up the match.
Scott, you require 24.
Oh dear.
Game shot in the fourth leg. Scott Williams.
Oh, good recovery from Scott Williams there. After that dodgy dart at double 12, he goes 3 double 6 to make it all square at 2-2.
Fifth leg, Jim to throw first. Game on.
What is it with the bright shirts this evening? Both Paul Hogan and Scott Williams wearing these rather fetching fluorescent yellow numbers.
100.
Quite on brand really with the Live League logo and the yellow carpet. Oh,
60.
get it. It's energy saving, isn't it? Don't need lights on. It was Jim McEwan who lit up the place yesterday with those 4 victories, 3 of them with 3-figure
60.
averages.
$125.
He hasn't been as good so far this evening. Still didn't stop him winning 4 straight legs against James Richardson. Here he comes. A 180 to leave 161.
121.
That was his intention, but the execution was a little off.
$41.
Wayward from Williams as well.
$40. 105. 140.
Lovely
Got your
setup.
bar, 170.
And the 170 isn't going to go. So Jim McEwan, who loves
70.
double top,
Jim, you require 40.
he lives there. Can't find his keys. Double 10.
Game shot
And
on the
McEwan
fifth
moves
leg.
house
Jim McEwan.
and takes the lead against Scott Williams. 3-2. Double 10 found by McEwan, who is now one away from carrying on a perfect record in Group B.
6 leg Scott to throw first. Game on. $180.
Scott Williams missed a double for a 9-dart leg on Monday against Martin Adams.
$100.
He fires in.
100.
Second max of this match is 6 of the group stage.
$134. $35.
Maybe a door opening here for McEwan to get the job done here and now. Just one treble will leave him a finish first against a throw in leg 6. There it is, and how he'd love to land another.
140.
And it could well be 127 in game for McEwan.
63. Jim, you require 127.
We'll see as Paul Hinks is calling. It would be a fitting way for McEwan to get the win. 57. And the bullseye all together now. 127. And game
Shot and the match.
for Jim McEwan, who carries on a perfect start to Group B. A 4-2 success against Scott Williams, sealed with a sweet bullseye for a 127 shot that sealed the win. And he makes it 6 out of 6. He's already made it through to finals night. He doesn't need to worry about that. He can just relax and produce darts like that. That 127 finish sealing the victory. A 92 average in the end from McEwan, defying a couple of maximums from Scott Williams, who still only has one win to his name and has work to do if he's going to catch up with either James Richardson or Martin Adams and get one of those top 3 spots. Paul Hogan is in action next. He's in the same predicament as Scott Williams, and he takes on James Richardson, 2 players who are yet to win a leg this evening. Join us for that in a moment. Jim McEwan is enjoying a march to glory here at the Live League. He's already qualified for finals night. He's won 6 out of 6 matches in Group B, including a 4-0 whitewash win over James Richardson in the opening match of the evening. Richardson still, though, sitting pretty in second place. Paul Hogan, who was also beaten 4-0 by Martin Adams tonight, not in such a favourable position and really in need of a victory here.
Game on.
Both players looking to win their first legs of the evening.
60. 100. 140. 96. 100.
'Richardson missed 6 darts at double in the first leg of his match against McEwan and never recovered.
134.
Paul Hogan was only afforded 1 dart at double against Martin Adams.
105.
But he is first to a finish in this one.
97. Paul, you require 96.
He does get a dart at
76.
double.
James, you require 74.
But he can't find it. Richardson will get 2 at double 16. That becomes 1 at double 8.
Game shot
He
on the
does
first
find
leg.
it, and he is off the
James
mark for the
Richardson.
evening. James Richardson completes a very neat 74 combination and breaks throw in leg 1.
Second leg, James to throw first. Game on. 58.
A win for Richardson here would move him on to 8 points.
100.
And therefore could not be caught by both
100.
Scott Williams and Paul Hogan because they have to play each other. Their 3 remaining matches, both on 2 at the moment.
100.
He could be usurped by one of them and Martin Adams, so it wouldn't quite put him through.
100.
But it would as good as. Usually 8 points is round about the mark that is enough to qualify from Group B.
41.
And certainly will bolster his bid. Did most of his bidding yesterday, didn't he? 3 wins from 4, only defeated by Jim McEwan in the final match of the night, just as he has been in the first
60.
match of tonight.
100. 41. Paul Lucar, 160. 44. James Lucar, 142. 110. Paul Lucar, 116.
Great dart. 16 or 20. Double 18. Nicely
shot on the
done from
second
Paul
leg.
Hogan.
Paul Hogan.
That might just get him going. A nice, cool finish from Crocodile Dundee, who's starting to sharpen his teeth.
They'd like Paul to throw first. Game on.
James Richardson.
70.
That would have hurt him a little, waiting on 32. And Hogan weighs in with a 116
45.
checkout, and maybe a sign that Richardson's still feeling bruised by that.
81. 100. 60. 100. 45.
Coming up after this one, Scott Williams faces Martin Adams. Adams edging towards finals night after his opening victory over Hogan. Williams with work to do after defeat to McEwan in the last game. And it will be Hogan against McEwan before Williams
45.
meets Richardson.
James Car 116.
Right, how about this? Back at you. Can still be done, but I doubt he's going to bother going for the bull if he hits the
52.
treble 17, which he didn't.
$140. James Car 64.
Very nice. Double 8.
$48. Paul requires 60.
Once again, James Richardson waiting on a double. This time he's already missed 2 at it.
Game shot on the third
Once
leg.
again,
Paul
Paul Hogan denies him a return to aim at that double. A nice neat 60 kill this time from Hogan to take the lead in this match for the first time. 2-1.
Fourth leg James to throw first. Game on. $140. 100. 140.
A brace of ton 40s from James Richardson.
100. 83. 61. James Car 138.
Double 9. Oh, what a shot
on the
from
fourth
James
leg.
Richardson.
James Richardson.
60-60, double 9. A fabulous 138 checkout for Richardson to square up the match.
Fifth leg Paul to throw first. Game on. $60. 180.
All of a sudden, James Richardson has ignited. A dozen dart leg.
100.
Capped off with that brilliant 138, and then he fires in his first maximum of this match.
66. 85. 59. 100.
Hogan, though, down to a finish first. What can Richardson rattle in here? Needs a treble, really.
60.
Can't find one, and
Polly
all the
Ricard,
hard work,
156.
all the brilliant stuff might be undone here as Hogan looks for another. Well, 138 in the
85.
previous leg.
James Ricard,
Executed
136.
expertly by James Richardson. Can he add a 136? Instead, he hands an opportunity for Paul Hogan to regain the lead in this match. The
Polly Ricard,
purple
71.
patch from Ruthless Richardson has come to a crashing halt. And double 16, we'll see Hogan move one up and one away from the win.
39. James Ricard, 68.
A reprieve for Richardson. Oh dear, oh dear. All he's got is the bullseye.
43. Polly Ricard, 32.
And he couldn't find it. Instead,
Shot on the
he
fifth leg.
finds himself
Paul
behind.
Hogan.
He was on fire at the back end of the previous leg and the first half of that one. But it all went horribly wrong for James Richardson. Hogan took full advantage. He leads 3-2.
6 leg, James to throw first. Game on. $100. 100. 60. 81. 81. 95.
Well, Richardson really needing to hit big here, or he could be in danger of losing the match in this leg.
140.
He rises himself to leave a 120 finish. What has Hogan got? That's tricky. May look at the ball here.
65. James Ricard, 120.
He got the weight but lost the
Paul Ricard,
line.
160.
James Richardson. Hogan has neither with that opening darts.
32. James
Nor the
Ricard,
last.
80.
And Richardson just has a little bit of breathing space.
$60. Paul Ricard, 128. 39.
So,
James
to
Ricard,
force the
20.
decider, the first we've had this evening. It's all been very one-sided so far. 4-0, 4-0, 4-2. But this one is going to be 4-3 one way or the other. Will it be James Richardson taking a giant leap towards finals night, or will it be Paul Hogan hauling him back and putting himself firmly in the picture?
7th and final leg, Paul to throw first. Game on.
He has the darts.
$100. 100. 140. 100. 125.
And he is down to a finish first, Paul Hogan. Richardson needing to locate a couple of trebles. There's one.
100.
Unfortunate, an excellent attempt from ruthless Richardson. But Hogan is attempting the 136 and he can complete it on double eight.
120.
It's a no-go for Hogan, but he will come back with three at the same target.
85. Paulie requires 16.
Does that cause him a problem, or is it far enough out of the way? Well, he's only got a little bit of the bed to aim at here, and
No
he can't
score.
find it.
James, you require 116.
No 16 for Paul Hogan, who took out 116 earlier in this match, with James Richardson waiting on a double. And
James
Richardson does the same thing,
James Richardson.
but at the most important time, the last leg decider, sees Richardson return the big finish and steal the match away from Paul Hogan, bolstering his bid for a place at finals night. He's as good as there now, really. Paul Hogan has work to do. The pair of them hitting 116 checkouts, a crucial one. Richardson's in the last leg. He also had a brilliant 138 finish in there as well, and he has taken a giant leap towards joining Jim McEwan at finals night. Next up, we're going to see two players who are looking to put themselves in the picture. Martin Adams and Scott Williams going head-to-head next. Into the fifth game of the evening. We're flying through the matches tonight here at the Live League. I'm Chris Murphy, talking you through the action. Jim McEwan has already sealed a spot at finals night with 2 wins from 2 tonight, 6 from 6 overall in Group B. James Richardson has as good as joined him after that last leg decider victory in a dramatic match against Paul Hogan that we've just witnessed. Now it's over to the other 2 players in the group. Martin Adams, who won his first match of the evening 4-0 against Paul Hogan to put himself in that 3rd provisional place for a spot at finals night. But Scott Williams can attempt to join him on 4 points if he can get the better of Wolfie here.
Scott to throw first. Game on.
Williams has the darts against Adams, who he did manage to beat yesterday. 4-2, his only
66.
win of the night. The pair of them have been in action all week, having competed in Group A. Adams finished 2nd, Williams 3rd in that group. And it was actually Scott Williams who Martin Adams hit a 9-dart finish against on Monday. Came close to doing it again in the 2nd match of the evening tonight. 7 perfect darts in the last leg against Paul Hogan.
180.
But it's Williams who weighs in with the maximum early in this one.
$140. 99.
Johnny Clayton getting over the line in the Players' Championship finals. Is a Ferret going to take another title this year?
140.
6-4
Got your
success
car,
against
156.
Alan Tabben. After Peter Wright bettered Keen Barry. That's all come to an end. If you've been watching the action from Minehead and have now tuned in to the action here at the Live League at the Online Darts YouTube channel, welcome. At the end of this leg, I'll run you through what's happened so far. It's been an exciting, entertaining evening.
74.
Martin Adams
Got your
missing the
car,
opportunity to
114.
break Williams at the first chance.
94.
Well, Scott
Martin,
stayed
you
there. He
bar
liked the lie. He would
24.
have left double 17 and he found the treble 20, but has left a more conventional double if Adams can't hit this. And Adams can't
12.
hit that.
Scott, you require 20.
Double 5. Double
15.
trouble between
Martin,
the pair
you
of them at
require
the start
12.
of this one. But Adams
shot on the first leg. Martin
finds
Adams.
the double 6 to put himself in front with a break of throw. Martin Adams is launching a bid for a top 3 spot tonight, and it's all going very well so far. Yet to lose a leg.
Second leg, Martin to throw first. Game on.
4-0. He beat Paul Hogan. As I said, if you are just joining us from watching the action at the Players' Championship finals, and we'll run you through what's happened so far this evening. And Martin Adams did beat Paul Hogan 4-0 in his first match of the night. That followed a 4-0 win for Jim McEwan against James Richardson, the result which secured qualification to finals
95.
night for McEwan. Adams then landing 7 perfect darts in the last leg of his whitewash win over Hogan before McEwan returned to cap off a 4-2 victory over Scott Williams with a sublime 127 finish. And then James Richardson took out 116 in a last leg decider to defeat Paul Hogan. What it all amounts to is that McEwan's qualified on 12 points. James Richardson is as good as there on 8. Martin Adams has 4 points
85
in this group in 3rd place. Remember, the top 3 qualify for finals night. Scott Williams and Paul Hogan both have 2 points, but Williams has this game in hand
62
over Hogan. Jose Justicia won Group A earlier in the week. He's already been waiting for 2 days for finals night to come around. And earlier today, Robert
140.
Owen and Graham Usher secured their spots in Saturday night's payday.
94.
The winner
Martin
of the week will trouser a £2,000 first prize. Adams here looking at double 16 to double his lead.
79. Scott, you require 110.
Williams here looking at double 16 to level the match.
78. Martin, you require 32.
So Adams doubles up.
Second leg.
It is now
Martin Adams.
6 legs won on the spin for Martin Adams this evening. An absolutely sensational start. Unstoppable so far from Wolfie. Can he carry it on? He leads Williams 2-0.
Third leg, Scott to throw first. Game on.
He actually won his last match of last night as well against Paul Hogan. Did
41.
Martin Adams. That was 4-2, so he's on at least a 7 match. 7 leg, sorry, winning run.
100. 83.
Yeah, I've just checked that it was
140.
the last leg, just the last leg. Hogan got that one back to 3-2 before Adams won the last leg. So 7 legs on the spin, won by Martin Adams.
93.
After losing his first 3 matches in this group.
$140.
If he carries on, we'll have to start looking through the record books at the Live League. Down to a finish here.
140. Martin
That is
121.
Williams, but Wolfie on a more favourable outshot.
$97. Scott, you require 144.
The 144 is not going to go.
64.
So Wolfie
Martin, you
looking
require 24.
for an 8th straight leg in Group B. Oh, has the
21.
chance gone
Scott, you require 80.
for this incredible run of winning legs? He's managed 12 in a row before, by the way, Martin Adams, as has Scott Williams.
50.
And he could carry on
Martin, you require 3.
if he can clean up the smallest combination finish possible. 1 for 2.
No score. Scott, you require
But
30.
he can't manage it. Scott Williams, well, is that a hindrance? He thought it was in. He reels himself back in. Scott Williams. Nice bit of showmanship there. Martin Adams enjoying the show.
10.
Hasn't resulted in the double
Martin,
being
you
hit, but it
require
is
3.
kind of good miss from Scott Williams. It leaves a more favourable double when he returns, but Martin Adams gets a chance to carry on this winning run. And that looks like a decent guide.
No
But
score.
now he's in the wrong bed.
Scott, you require 20.
All fun and games here. Double 5 now for Williams.
No score.
Well, he tried to split it and then
Martin,
bust
you
his
require
score. This
3.
is a quite astonishing end to a leg of darts. And of course it
Game shot on
ends
the
in the
third leg.
madhouse
Martin
as
Adams.
Martin Adams goes 3-0 ahead, having won his first match this evening 4-0 and his last game yesterday. He's now won 8 legs on the spin in Group B, leaving Scott Williams in a spin.
4th leg, Martin to throw first. Game on.
Had a big helping hand from his opponent there, didn't he? And he's straight in the lipstick.
$140.
Well, incidentally, the record for the most consecutive legs won at the Live League is shared by 4 players: Robert Thornton, Mike Warburton, Connor Scutt,
180.
and Fallon Sherrock have all won 14 legs in a row. Martin Adams hoping to make it 9 if he can win this leg.
140. $60.
And a brace of 140s will certainly help him do that.
$180.
Certainly backed up by a maximum. Martin's first of this match. His third of the night.
81. Martin Unicorn 41.
Double 16. To
Game
seal
shot in the
another
match.
Wolfie
Martin
whitewash. Martin Adams goes back-to-back with whitewash wins here in Group B at the Live League, and he's put himself firmly in pole position to take one of those 3 available spots at finals night. What a win for Martin Adams. 4-0 over Scott Williams, who's got all sorts of work to do now. It's looking like it's going to be Adams, Richardson and McEwan that book their places at finals night. Wolfie is wonderful so far this evening. Flawless, hasn't lost a leg yet. He's now won 9 on the spin in Group B. And he completed that match with an absolutely fantastic 11 darter. We will be back in a few minutes' time, around 4 minutes to be precise, when Jim McEwan, who's already qualified, takes on Paul Hogan. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that 4-minute break. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? And we're having a right old night at the Live League this evening. But it is looking like the league is more or less decided. Jim McEwan had already qualified, having won his first match of the evening. That was enough to put him through to finals night. James Richardson has now joined him because of that victory for Martin Adams over Scott Williams. And for Adams to be dislodged from third place now, it would take a bit of a mathematical miracle. So it is looking like Adams will join Richardson and McEwan.
Jim to throw first.
Paul Hogan,
Game on.
bottom of the table, looking for his first win of the evening against Jim McEwan, who is yet to lose a match in Group B.
$59.
I do apologise if
100.
anybody disappeared for 4 minutes and missed Jim McEwan's first 2 throws of this match.
$96.
You got 59 and 96. And Paul Hogan follows 100
$180.
with 180. His first maximum of the night. He's 6th in this group. A group that looks done and dusted, really.
59.
Martin Adams getting that 4-0 whitewash win over Scott Williams. looking like it sealed his spot.
132.
Still not mathematically impossible that he can't be caught, because he could lose 4-0 in both of his matches. You could get Hogan or Williams winning 4-0 in both of their matches. Then you get a 16-leg swing.
81.
Currently
Paul
there'd
require
need to be
89.
a 13-leg swing for Paul Hogan to qualify if he wins his 2 games, and Williams would need a 12-leg swing. So strange things can happen.
73.
Hogan is
All requires 16.
embarking on the first small step in the journey of 1,000 miles here.
No score.
But he's yet to get his
Jimmy
walking
require
boots on.
160. $77. Polly requires 16. Game shown in the first leg. Paul Hogan.
Paul Hogan finally takes the first leg and has the lead against Jim McEwan, who is yet to be beaten in Group B. Can Paul Hogan be the man to do the job? He leads 1-0.
Second leg, Paul to throw first. Game on. $41. $140. $100. $100. $100.
Well, still to come this evening, 4 matches after this. Scott Williams against James Richardson, the next game following this one. Then it's Martin Adams against McEwan.
60.
2 players who've won both their matches so far this evening, before Hogan returns to meet Scott Williams, and then Richardson faces Adams in the curtain closer.
125.
20-1.
$135. Paul, you require 135.
Bullseye for starters. Chance has gone.
$85. Jimmy requires 66.
You may well stay there.
$46.
Deciding instead to
Paul,
leave
you
his
require
favourite
50.
double, but he couldn't find it. Go for the bull, Paul. Let's have some fun. Okay, do it your way.
30. Jimmy requires 20.
Should have done it my way. And it may
Game
well
shot
be
on
the
the
highway
second
for
leg.
Hogan.
Jim
As
McEwan.
Jim McEwan breaks back and levels up this match at 1 apiece. Paul Hogan needs to keep winning legs to have any chance of qualifying for finals night. And that one puts another dent in his flickering hopes.
Third leg, Jim to throw first. Game on.
Flickering, fading, disappearing. Paul Hogan's chances of qualifying for finals night. He would have to beat Jim McEwan in this match.
95.
Scott Williams in his next, and hope that Martin Adams suffers enormous defeats against McEwan and Richardson.
100. 100. 140. 58. 81. 100. 85.
Yeah,
Jimmy
disappointing
McEwan,
that last start from Paul
148.
Hogan. Makes it much more tricky if he comes back, which he will. But looking at 95 rather than, well, 80 it would have been had he just hit a single
92.
20.
Paul, you require 95.
Now 76. Well, double's a bigger target. And that's why he's gone for double 18. Would have left him double top.
55. Jimmy require 56.
Jim McEwan will do anything he can to leave double top. All he has to do here is hit a single 16. Double 10. Paul Hogan. He loves this game, doesn't he? Just keeps smiling.
36.
Despite
Paul, you
the
require 40.
prowess of his opponent. He's happier now.
Game shot on the third
After
leg.
hitting double
Paul
top
Hogan.
and breaking once again, Paul Hogan has the lead in this game up against the thus far unbeaten Jim McEwan. But Crocodile Dundee is 2 legs away from beating him.
Fourth leg, Paul to throw first. Game on.
By the way, I must admit I forgot in all the
41.
excitement to give the answer to the Tungsten Trivia question earlier on. When I said who did Luke Woodhouse hit a 9-darter against on the PDC home tour. Again, haven't had a single right answer tweeted in. Call yourselves darts fans.
180.
You're all fans of that. A 180 from Jim McEwan. The answer is the world number 1,
40.
Gerwyn Price. The only man to have a 9-dart hit against him from 150 miles away.
$36.
Well, no thoughts of the 9 for Jim McEwan. Only mustering up 36 points after a perfect start to this leg.
180.
And that's a perfect visit from Paul Hogan. to rub some salt into the wound.
$125. $140. Jim Yukar 160.
60-60 tops. Last night it was absolutely sublime on double top. Not been as good on it this evening. He did take out this finish last night.
Game
And
shot
he's
on the
landed
fourth
it
leg.
again.
Jim McEwan.
Wonderful stuff from Jim McEwan. A second 160 checkout of the week in Group B. And it is 4 breaks of throw in this match. 2-2. McEwan has the darts in leg 5.
This leg, Jim to throw first. Game on.
Wonderful 160 checkout from Jim McEwan. Paul Hogan still smiling. Can't stop him smiling. Smile, Paul.
100.
Though your heart is aching. Smile, though Jim can't stop breaking.
81.
Every single leg in this match going against the throw.
$100.
And Jim McEwan trying to carry on his perfect record in this group.
81. $140. $60. Jim Murakwa 161.
161 doesn't have to go, but Jim McEwan might fancy some fireworks. No, it's just going to try and leave it handy, though that doesn't help.
41.
Sensible last start, but some encouragement for Paul Hogan.
96. Jim Murakwa 120.
What about a 120 to follow the 160? Double top again.
80.
We'll be back for the same target with Hogan unable to go out.
$99. Jim Uruguay 40.
Two tens. Right on the wire. Kind of an open door this now
Game
for
shot
Jim
on the fifth
McEwan, and he
leg.
walks
Jim
through
McEwan.
it to move to 3-2 up in this match against Paul Hogan, and he is one leg away from another victory in Group B. It would be 7 out of 7 if Jim McEwan wins another leg.
Six leg Paul to throw first. Game on.
The first time a player has managed to hold throw in this darting
60.
duel.
$140. $85. 140. 100.
McEwan just having a little think here. He's blocked the bed, so he's trying to work out the best way to leave the checkout. That wasn't it, Jim. I know it wasn't his
77.
intention. And he's left to finish anyway. All's well that ends well. And everything seems to be ending well for Jim McEwan. Yet to be beaten in Group B.
41. Jim, you require 144. 88.
And just a couple of darts away from carrying on that perfect record.
121. Jim, you require 56.
Unblemished. Sparkling stuff so far from Jim McEwan. And it's 7 up
Jim McEwan
for Chucky, who defeats Paul Hogan 4-2 to make it 7 wins on the spin and maintains his perfect record in Group B. His level has not been as high tonight as it was last night, but he is a winning machine. Jim McEwan, the highlight of that match, a 160 checkout for Jim. Paul Hogan now eliminated from any chance of qualifying for finals night. Both players do have another match to come. McEwan takes on Martin Adams in the game after next. Hogan will be back against Scott Williams before the end of the evening, but the next match does feature Scott Williams as he takes on James Richardson. Four games to go then here at the Live League on Friday night before finals night takes place tomorrow, and it is looking very likely that it will be Martin Adams who gets that last spot along with James Richardson and the unbeaten Jim McEwan. The only man who can stop Adams is Scott Williams, who's about to take on Richardson now, and it's very simple.
Looks like it's Scott to throw first.
Scott.
Game on.
There you see the 12-leg swing he would need. He'd have to win both matches and hope that Adams loses very, very heavily indeed.
60. 93.
But it's still possible. The first part of the equation is for him to win this match and win it as well as he possibly can.
66.
Richardson is already through. along with the unbeaten Jim McEwan. Martin Adams is almost there. If Richardson does win this match, it will confirm Wolfie's spot at finals night alongside the pair I mentioned in this group, Jose Justicia, who won Group A, and Robert Owen
97.
and Graham Usher, who qualified via Group C earlier today.
$100. 60. 59. 180. James
The
Buchanan, 114.
trademark nonchalant last start from Scott Williams, completing his fifth 180 of the evening.
$98. Scott, you require 38.
Split or hit, Scott? Miss is the answer. And miss again.
19.
And again.
James, you require 16.
And James Richardson has the opportunity to break at the first chance. Edging closer, moving over, and locating the double.
James Richardson.
James Richardson puts a dent in the already long shot that is the chances for Scott Williams to qualify for finals night. Richardson one up with a break to boot.
Second leg, James to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, it is really an outside chance for Scott Williams. Mentioned it, a 12-leg swing. He'd have to
60.
win 2 and Martin Adams lose 2. And it's just become even more difficult, despite the maximum
100.
in the opening leg. I'm not sure if Scott's just got plain yellow socks on this evening or if he's got the ones that he had on
100
on Monday, which for some reason were emblazoned with the face of Paul Nicholson.
57. 95.
I know that the asset is a fully subscribed member and perhaps the founder of the Scott Williams
100.
fan club.
$140.
Two players who like to get on with it. Will be a
43.
rat-a-tat-tat affair, this.
James, you require 106.
James Richardson not only fast at throwing the darts, but I don't think there's a faster player in the world at retrieving them.
65.
Look at him go.
$97. James, you require 41.
One for tops. For 2-0.
1. Scott, you require 104.
Williams simply has to hit. Double 16 is his choice.
72. James, you require 40.
Pushes the wire, but it doesn't look like he'll be taking the race for finals night down to the wire, because James Richardson pulls 2 legs clear against Williams, whose hopes are now hanging by the thinnest of threads. And Martin Adams,
Third leg, Scott to throw first. Game on.
is virtually qualified for finals night himself.
180.
Even before his outing against Jim McEwan in the next match.
60.
Also remember Adams on a run of 9 successive legs, having won his first 2 matches tonight 4-0. But let's forget about Adams for a minute. Let's talk about Scott Williams, because he's gone off with back-to-back 180s in leg 3 here. He missed a double for a 9-darter on Monday. He then had one hit against him by Martin Adams. Are we about to see the second perfect leg of this week? Well, there is the answer.
22.
How many 9 darters will we see this week? And Scott Williams, with his dart, tells us 1.
60. Scott, you require 119.
Double top to put it right.
79. 60. Scott, you require 40. 37.
Well, that is unbelievable from Scott Williams. What on earth is he thinking? Just threw the dart anywhere, Scott Williams, and he's managed to leave the
93.
worst possible score he
Scott,
could
you
have.
require 3.
Is he going to lose a leg? We've got 3 and 170. Remember, Scott Williams went off with back-to-back 180s in this leg. If he misses this,
no score.
and James Richardson takes out 170, it might well be the most remarkable leg of darts I've ever seen. Scrap it. Would have been fun.
77. Scott, you require 3.
Can Scott clean up the scraps?
He
can.
Third leg. Scott Williams.
In the end, back-to-back 180s, ended the leg by taking out 3. Scott Williams, but he halves the deficit and keeps his faint hopes of qualifying for finals night alive. Must win this match, remember.
Fourth leg, James to throw first. Game on.
James Richardson can't wait to throw. He wants to go at the 9. Not going to happen.
140.
But it is a very strong start to the leg.
134. 140. 120. 180.
What a leg of darts it is from James Richardson. 140, 140, 180.
180. James require 41. Game
The
shot on
Williams
fourth
maximum
leg.
just
James
battered away by
Richardson.
James Richardson, who moves within 1 leg of completing the race for finals night. Scott Williams can't go through unless he wins the next 3 legs, and then still would need a miracle.
This leg, Scott to throw first. Game on. $180.
Is it 5 maximums in this match? Scott Williams, 5 180s.
140.
Finds himself 3-1 down.
100. 45. 87. 180. Scott, you require 134. 48. James, you require 136. 96. Scott, you require 86.
18. Well, would have got him a dart to try and stay in it, but the
29. James, you require 40.
180 in the leg from Richardson
James
helped
showing
him
the
get
match,
down to
James
this finish,
Richardson.
and that does effectively finish this group, because Scott Williams and Paul Hogan can no longer qualify for finals night. James Richardson will be there. We already knew that before this match, in which Williams hit 5 180s in 5 legs, but could only manage to win one of them. He's only managed to win one match so far in Group B as well. Jim McEwan has won all 7 of his and is through to finals night with James Richardson and Martin Adams, whose place is now confirmed ahead of the match between himself and Jim McEwan. It's Wolfie against Chucky, and it's coming up next. Welcome back. Martin Adams and Jim McEwan already through to finals night tomorrow. The lineup is complete for that. James Richardson joining them from this group. He's just beaten Scott Williams, ending any hopes of Williams making it through to finals night. Jose Justicia, Robert Owen and Graham Usher, the other 3 players who will be in action tomorrow. There we have confirmation. Adams now can't be caught in 3rd place by either Paul Hogan or Scott Williams, who play in the next match. Jim McEwan has won every single match in Group B and is looking to complete a perfect set of results in his final outing against Adams.
First leg, it's Martin to throw first. Game on. $55. 96. 85.
'Martin Adams is on a run of 9 consecutive legs won.
98.
And Jim McEwan's on a run of 7 successive matches won. If Adams were to get another whitewash win here, as unlikely as it might seem against the unmovable object that
100.
is Jim McEwan, he would actually put himself in with a chance of breaking the record for successive legs won at the Live League. 4 straight here would take him to 13, and the record is 14. Held by Robert Thornton, Mike Warburton,
137.
Connor Scott and Fallon Sherrick, who've all managed to rack up 14 legs on the spin.
$100. Jim, you require 170.
Oh, I thought the run was about to come to a crashing end with a fabulous 170 checkout, but Adams can keep it going with an enormous outshot of his own. Yes, Wolfie. There's the hoof. But he can't blow the house down, and Jim McEwan may bring an end to that excellent run of winning legs from Martin Adams. And it does end.
On the first leg, Jim McEwan.
9 legs won on the spin. 2 whitewash wins tonight for Wolfie, but he will not be beating Jim McEwan in straight legs. McEwan looking to win 8 matches on the spin, and he's off to the perfect start.
Second leg, Jim to throw first. Game on. $135. $123. $100.
It's the first of 3 final matches in Group B. Hogan against Williams coming next, and then James Richardson taking on Adams.
140.
Who's looking to make it a perfect night himself after winning his first 2 matches. Bit of bad luck for Jim.
$78.
Would have left himself a finish had the dart stayed in the board. Wouldn't have been going for the 18s with the final dart. Still shaking his head, Jim. Well, don't
70.
fear. Martin Adams has managed to leave 168. Not much more he could have done after the first 2 darts.
$58.
Couldn't have left to check out. Just not happy at the moment, Wolfie. Not
45.
Finding the form that he's produced earlier in the evening. And Jim McEwan looking for a 130.
Game shot on this.
And Jim McEwan taking out the 130. A brilliant bullseye finish for McEwan to double his lead in this match. And he's now 2 legs away from winning all of his matches.
Martin to throw first. Game on.
In Group B.
$55. $140. 45. 100. 95. 140.
McEwan closing in. Martin Adams, he's done his job. He's booked his place at finals night. He'll be back tomorrow.
55. Jim Uruguay 121.
He might be facing a 4-0 whitewash defeat after two 4-0 whitewash wins
81.
for Wolfie.
$85. Jim Uruguay 40.
So then double top to make it 3-0. There might be a case for busting here. Not sure Jim McEwan will employ
35.
that route, but I tell you what, he should have. Martin Adams not on a finish. Jim McEwan could have been coming back for his favourite double rather than scrabbling around for the crumbs.
60. Jim Uruguay 5.
Double two then. Pushes the wire. And then brushes the barrel of that dart and hasn't yet
106.
won the leg. Well, Wolfie will look at treble 18. Jim McEwan, you do have to
39.
question the game management
Jim
there.
Uruguay 4.
Could have bust that score when he had 10 left. Doesn't matter in the end because he does find the double two and moves into a 3-0 lead against Martin Adams. Remember, Adams has won both of his matches this evening 4-0. He'll have to win another 4 legs on the spin to avoid defeat here.
Fourth leg Jim to throw first. Game on.
Otherwise, Jim McEwan will complete a clean sweep of victories in Group B. Beating Richardson, Hogan, Williams
137.
and Adams on both nights, proving to be unbeatable himself with an impeccable record, and the amount of confidence that will give him going into finals night tomorrow. He could find himself £2,000 richer and seal a spot at Champions Week in a fortnight.
$140. 60. 83. 100. Jim, you require 141.
He's not going to seal it with a big 141 checkout.
$30.
Might seal it with a big checkout because he's only managed to muster up 30 there. Martin Adams still in with a chance. With at least
60.
elongating
You require 111.
this match. I'd be very surprised if he did from this position.
$91.
Hasn't even had a dart at double, Martin Adams, in this one.
81. Jim, you require 20.
Jim McEwan is looking at double 10.
No score. Martin, you require 100.
Couldn't find it, and Adams gets a chance to take out a ton. Well, 85 remaining, treble 15 for tops. Still no dart at double for Martin Adams.
48. Jim, you require 20.
And Jim McEwan takes aim and lands double 10 to complete a clean sweep in Group B. It has been magic from McEwan. He's won every single match across 2 nights to top the table with a perfect record, a 91 average. Didn't even allow Martin Adams a dart at double in that match. Adams seemingly running out of steam, but don't fear, he will be at finals night tomorrow, as will Jim McEwan. He can rest up now. He'll join Jose Justicia, Robert Owen and Graham Usher, along with Adams and James Richardson from this group in finals night. But we do have 2 more matches to bring you. That's McEwan's last match in this group. He's won all of his matches indeed. Martin Adams will be back to take on James Richardson in the last match of the night. But before that, Paul Hogan meets Scott Williams. Penultimate match then of the evening here in Group B is Williams against Hogan. It is a battle of the basement. The 2 men who have only managed to win 1 match each so far in a group that has been dominated by Jim McEwan, who's won all 8 of his games and is progressing to finals night alongside 2nd place James Richardson and 3rd place Martin Adams, who will go head to head in the curtain closer this evening. But here and now, it's Paul Hogan taking on fellow cellar dweller Scott Williams to see who will finish in 4th place in the table before signing out from the Live League for 2021.
Game on. $100. 93. 100. 57. 140. 140. Paul Ducan 161. 60. 59. Paul Ducan 101.
So for the first leg in this basement battle, Hogan opts for double 18.
83. Scott Ducan 152.
And that's inside to leave 18.
120. All you require 18. Game shot on the first leg. Paul Hogan.
And he hits double 9. No problem at all, Paul Hogan, to take the first leg off Scott Williams. Difficult game to play in for the pair of them, knowing that they're heading out. But Hogan has the advantage as he looks to double his win tally for the week.
Second leg, Scott to throw first. Game on.
Can confirm the groups for tomorrow
57.
night as well at finals night. Slightly different format on finals night. Still the matches are all best of 7, but they're split into 2 groups of players. The players in Group 1 play
60.
each other once. The players in Group 2 also play each other once. And then the top 2 go through to the semi-finals. The winner of Group 1 faces the runner-up in Group 2 and vice versa. And there's a third place playoff with the winner of that going into Champions Week along with the 2 finalists. The winner on the night pocketing £2,000. So Group 1 will be Jose Justicia, James Richardson and Graham Usher.
95.
Group 2 will be Jim McEwan, Robert Owen and Martin Adams. The action getting underway from 10 p.m.
95. 136. 100. Scott, you require 170. 65. Paul, you require 106.
106 for Hogan, having
56.
won the first
Scott,
leg.
105.
Scott Williams hit 5 180s in his last match. Can still do this. 87. Lost the match 4-1.
53. Paul, you require 50.
Trying his best to leave double 18 again.
Game shot on
And
the
this
second
time he
leg.
hits it.
Paul Hogan.
Paul Hogan doubles his lead. Scott Williams looking like he will be the man finishing bottom of the table. It's 2-0 to Crocodile Dundee.
Third leg, Paul to throw first. Game on. $100. 60. 62. 48. 59. 121. 78. 42. 100. 140. Paul, you require 102.
Well, not sure about going for the bullseye there.
62. Scott, you require 90.
Sure about going for it there. Double top. Double 10.
70. Paul, you require 40.
Double top for Hogan.
Getting shot in the third leg, Paul Hogan.
No wonder he's got a smile on his face, Paul Hogan. He storms into a 3-leg lead in this match and is one away from a whitewash win to sign out from the Live League for the year. Hogan 3, Williams 0.
Fourth leg, Scott to throw first. Game on.
Just one match to come after this. James Richardson against Martin Adams. Both of those players will be back in action tomorrow evening.
41. 100.
Will be in opposite
57.
groups, as I mentioned. Richardson and Adams.
140. 59. 62. 81. 99.
And Hogan closing in
96.
on that
Ball require 100.
perfect performance. A whitewash win. Tops if he fancies it. He did fancy it.
60.
Come on then,
you
Scott.
require 167.
Produced the biggest checkout of the week so far. Yes, Scott. No, Scott.
78. Ball require 40. Game
And Paul
shot in the
Hogan
match,
does
Paul
complete
Hogan.
a 4-0 defeat of Scott Williams. Both players are bowing out of the tournament at this stage, but it was a deadly display from Crocodile Dundee. 4 out of 5 on the doubles, completed on double top, and he wins 4-0. That's the last we'll see of them at the Live League for this year. Two fierce competitors, but left themselves too much to do today. It's Jim McEwan, Martin Adams and James Richardson that are going through, and we're going to see Richardson against Adams in around 5 minutes' time. One more match to go then here on Friday evening at the Live League. Well, actually in the early hours of Saturday morning, aren't we? And at 10 p.m. on Saturday we will have finals night, and it will feature both Martin Adams and James Richardson, who have secured their spots alongside Jim McEwan, who had a perfect record in Group B, winning all 8 of his matches. The last match is between Wolfie and Ruthless Richardson, second and third place in the group, and 2 Live League legends.
First leg, James to throw first. Game on.
The 2 players that have hit 2 9-darters in the Live League. Martin Adams hitting his second on Monday in Group A. James Richardson hitting one against
100.
his own son. They will bring the action for the night to a close.
100.
And then we'll return tomorrow. Just to remind you, this is how the 2 groups will be
58.
for tomorrow night at finals night. Group 1 will feature Jose Justicia, who won Group A earlier this week, along with James Richardson and Graham Usher, who finished second in Group C.
60.
Martin Adams will be in Group 2, alongside the Group B winner Jim McEwan and the Group C winner Robert
140.
Owen as the third placed player in Group B himself. And as always, the top 2 from each group will go through to the semi-finals after each playing each other once.
180.
There'll be a third place playoff, from which the winner will progress to Champions Week along with the 2 finalists. The winner of the
85. Martin
night
Uruguay,
on Saturday will pocket a cool £2,000. Now then, Martin Adams, having hit a 180, looking to follow it with a 161.
137.
Well, it's been a
James
fabulous start from Wolfie in this one, who wasn't really at the races against Jim McEwan in his last match. It was 4-0. Quite a lot of 4-0s tonight.
52. Martin Uruguay, 24.
Can't remember as many one-sided affairs at the Live League. Don't lose the first leg. That's the trick, because you may well lose the rest of them.
Game shot on the
And
first
James
leg.
Richardson has lost
Martin
the first
Adams.
leg. He's been broken in the first leg. Martin Adams may be on course for a 3rd whitewash win of the evening. In fact,
Second
all
leg,
of Martin
to
Adams'
throw
matches
first.
tonight
Game on.
have only had 4 legs in them. 2 whitewash wins and a whitewash defeat. We've had 5 4-0 matches from the
100.
9 games we've had so far.
$60. 125. 100.
Been a great week's work for Martin Adams. I'll be happy to get a bit of a lie-in tomorrow morning. I'm sure he's been up bright and early in the first 3 days of the week playing in Group A.
100.
Of course, came racing out of the blocks with that 9-darter on Monday. And then late finishes on Thursday and Friday.
180.
Well, in the last leg, Martin Adams hit a 180 to leave 161. In this leg, it's James Richardson's turn.
$140. James Uruguay, 161. 84.
Can't
Martin
take it
O'Connor,
out.
36.
So Adams taking aim at double 18. Now double 9.
28. James McEwan, 77.
18 and double top. And
Game shot on
James
the second
Richardson
leg.
levels, and we will
James Richardson.
finally have a match featuring Martin Adams that goes more than 4 legs as Richardson breaks back to tie up the match at 1 apiece.
Third leg, James to throw first. Game on.
Paul Hinks has done a stellar job on his first appearance at the Live League. And what's happening here? Richardson amused by something.
85.
Paul Hinks, the old pro, refusing to see the funny side of whatever it was.
$81.
Maybe just remembered a joke.
$100.
That he heard earlier.
$140. $140. $125.
Adams down to finish first, but Richardson should be on a much more favourable one and will be.
140.
Leaves the double.
Martin O'Connor, 155.
He'll come back taking aim at it.
$131. James
Adams
McEwan, 36.
leaves himself handy just in case. So double 18 for Richardson. Now double 9. Adams got in a mess with this in the previous leg, but Richardson finds it to put himself in front in this evening's curtain closer. Richardson leads Martin Adams by 2 legs to 1.
Fourth leg, Martin to throw first. Game on. $100.
Darting royalty, really, isn't he, Martin Adams? 3-time world champion.
43.
Winning at the Lakeside in 2007 and then back-to-back in 2010 and 2011. Also a 3-time world master, 2008, 2009, 2010. Not much
60.
that he hasn't won in the WDF system, Martin Adams. Topped the rankings in 3 different decades.
41.
A real treat to have him here at the Live League, and he treated us to a 9-dart finish on Monday. Available to watch at the Online Darts YouTube channel. If you missed it at the end of today's session, just
81.
scroll down and you will find amongst the interviews from the Players' Championship finals and the sessions from the Live League, the perfect leg
140.
from Wolfie against Scott Williams on Monday. Hit at the age of 65 on the same week that we saw a 14-year-old hit a 9-darter. Luke Littler in the JDC tournament in Gibraltar.
100.
What a week of darts. And it's non-stop. The Players' Championship finals continues tomorrow. We're back with the Live League finals
81.
night
Martin O'Connor,
on Saturday night as well. Then the finals day at the Players' Championship finals in Minehead on Sunday. And then we're back at the live league on Monday for another 6 days of darting delights. Paul Nicholson will be talking you through the Group A action.
77.
We'll reveal the lineup during the finals night show. I'll be back on Thursday, Friday and Saturday
100.
before
Martin
Chris
Newport,
Mason
83.
takes you through Champions Week to see who can take Robert Thornton's title. Thornton, who missed out on qualification this afternoon. 999 here for Adams.
65.
Had trouble with that segment in this match. Got to stay there, surely.
56. Martin
On that
Newport,
occasion,
18.
I think it was the right thing to do. Just couldn't make the necessary adjustment there, James Richardson. Adams persevering with 999. Has he eclipsed it too much? No, he's managed to find a sweet spot.
Martin Adams.
And Adams levels up the match at 2 apiece in this final match in Group B. Nothing to separate James Richardson and Martin Adams so far.
This leg, James to throw first. Game on. 100. 60.
Great quote from Raymond van Barneveld, who meets Michael van Gerwen at the Players' Championship finals tomorrow.
180.
Barney, of course, who was famously beaten by James Richardson at the World Championship 10 years ago. Yeah, Barney said that Michael's the world number 3 and I'm just the world number 74. So I've got nothing to lose.
135.
Who are you trying to kid, Ray? It will be a brilliant battle when that pair lock horns
140.
once again. Will be in the afternoon, and the lineup looks absolutely fantastic.
James require 81.
Certainly something to do before you catch us at the live league at 10 p.m. tomorrow night. We'll run through it for you in a moment. Now then, what does Richardson do here? He's going for the bull. He's bedding the bull, denying Adams a chance at the 170. James Richardson takes the lead in the match with a brilliant bullseye finish, completing an 81.
6 leg Martin to throw first. Game on.
In the middle of the day, you've got Peter Wright against Adrian Lewis and Michael van Gerwen against Raymond van Barneveld on the main stage in Minehead.
85.
Tungsten treats.
140.
Top tungsten tossing from James Richardson. Both players actually performing to a high standard here. It'd be easy to lose a bit of focus
95.
knowing that both of them are already qualified and this match doesn't change anything in terms of the shape of the group. But the pair of them are both averaging in the high 90s. And Richardson's rattled in his third maximum of this match.
$85.
And he might be about to wrap up the night's action.
100.
140, 180, 100. To leave the 81 checkout that we've just seen him complete on the bullseye.
$82. James require 81.
Is he going to repeat the trick?
31.
But it bounced out of the 25 there.
154.
Come back and hit the bull, James. Have another go, pal. Be some way to win it. Why not? If there was ever a time to go straight for the bullseye, this is it.
100. James require 50.
He's not having it. He wants tops. He loves
James shot in
tops.
the match, James Richardson.
And he beats Martin Adams by 4 legs to 2 in the last match of Group B. A group that was won by Jim McEwan, but both of these players progressed to finals night with him. A decent standard to end the evening's action. 98.86 the average for Richardson. He scored 3 maximums and checked out 4 out of 6 double attempts. An 81 checkout on the bull, the highlight for him. Martin Adams, a 96 average, but not enough to rattle Richardson in that one. The pair of them are going through, though, to finals night tomorrow. Jim McEwan, top of the table with a perfect record. 8 wins from 8 matches. James Richardson behind him on 12. Martin Adams, 6 points in the end was enough for him to join that pair at finals night. Paul Hogan and Scott Williams bowing out. So that brings an end to the action in Group B. That trio will join Jose Justicia, Graham Usher and Robert Owen in finals night. The action getting underway live on Sporty Stuff TV and at the Online Darts YouTube channel from 10 p.m. So join us Saturday night for finals night at the Live League.